Yo, what's up, man? How's it going? What's your name again? Who the fuck is that No Nut 2566? No way. That is No Nut, dude. Crazy. He's back. What's up? What's up? What's up, Fatal? How's it going? What's up, Zombie 2 Clean? How's it going? Do you remember me? Did you have a different name? What's up, Mage? Yo, Mage is always here somehow. I don't know how. I could not stream for 5 years. Mage would somehow still be in the stream. I think the name was Spider, but I do remember that name. I do remember that name. First without being first. That's okay, bro. I appreciate you being here. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? I have no plan, as usual. Probably not going to do too much. Probably not going to stream for too long. I'm just slowly trying to get back into it now. Just once a week, I think, is what I want to do. Yeah, I haven't been tuned in, busy with stuff. Bro, I streamed once in December. Before that, I didn't stream for like 4 months. This is my first time streaming 2025. I've been busy. So all good, bro. It's good that you're busy too, man. You got to be busy in life. You got to have shit going on. Yeah, you should stream Marvel Rivals. I have not played that game in probably 7 months. I don't want to update it. My PC will probably crash. It's just a whole fucking issue right now. I've been slowly, although it's mostly done. I've been slowly editing my footage that I took when I went to Peru a year and a half ago, and it's mostly done. So that vlog will eventually go up, but I'm having problems now because the video is like an hour and a half long. No, it's like an hour and 15 minutes long right now, and my PC keeps crashing when I try editing it because it's so long. Remember the absorber shit? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I think about that from time to time because I've seen like he's like completely rebranded and stuff like that. He does some other shit now. Um and I'm yeah, whatever, man. Um Nightshade! No way! Nightshade! Hello, mate, isn't it? Isn't it Nightshade, isn't it? Damn! Beans on toast! Shit. Does my mic sound okay? I don't care. Hello, mate. How's it going, Nightshade? How's life? What have you been up to? This is my favorite chatter, by the way, guys. Nightshade's day one, real day one. Nightshade's been coming for like 8 years now. Nightshade has had the same profile pic since like 2020, buddy, since 2018. Jay disappears longer than GTA 6 gets delayed. Okay, chill the fuck out, dude. No, I don't. You'll always see me at least once a year. You can't say the same for GTA. Guys, this isn't my job. Now at this point, I just do it when I have free time. And I'm starting my new semester. I'm trying to schedule my time better than I did last semester because I really didn't do a good job at that. Trying to be more productive, trying to improve myself. But it means I'm fucking busy, dude. I'm in graduate school. I'm busy doing shit. Yeah. I'm doing really good. I'm in therapy now and I'm happy. That's great, Nightshade. That's brilliant, mate. That's blimey. That's bloody brilliant. Blimey, that's bloody brilliant, mate. I don't. No, but that's really good. How's your dog? Yeah, how's your dog? Holy unk, dude. I'm 26. I'm turning 27 this year, dude. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta graduate school, get a real job. I got a lot of shit to do. Pushing 30? Dude, I was literally thinking about it today. I'm on my second semester of college. Do you have advice? Um, yes, I do. You're in your second semester. First year of college, I don't know about you, but I found and a lot of people I talked to and a lot of my friends is the worst year by far. Maybe a bit in the second year, depending on what program you are. But everyone going into the first year of university is wholly unprepared for what university is, or at least most people. At least I was, because I was a fucking idiot. Penny is doing good too. She's a pretty girl. That's awesome, Nightshade. I'm so happy for you, Nightshade. Fuck. I'm so happy. I'm doing better too, actually. I should say that as well. Um, and so you just have to accept. You just have to know that this is the hardest it gets in terms of like having to basically figure out how to read papers, how to study, how to write papers like at an academic level, how to write midterms and do all this stuff and manage your time. And it's gonna be hard. And you don't think that like it's easier for other people and like, oh, I'm just struggling, I'm falling behind. Like everybody except for that like 0.1% who's just a fucking loser and a nerd. Everyone is struggling. Everyone is in the same boat. Second of all, don't spend all your time studying. You have to have good time management, but you have to also have time for enjoyment. You also have to have time for yourself and to go out. You're in college. You're doing your new thing. Go out and have fun. Don't have too much fun where like it fucks you over, but try to go out once a week, make new fucking friends, do something new. You know what I mean? And for me, what I found really helped is now I was on my varsity soccer team, so maybe this helped a bit, but I always asked for extensions in advance, like 2.5 weeks. But if I was like, oh shit, I have a cluster of like essays due in like the same week, I have like 2 or 3 essays due in like a week and a half, I will go and ask for an extension. Always go ask for an extension. If literally the worst they could say is no, right? Oh shit, hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah. The worst you can do is say no. And then don't say, oh, can I just have an extension to this date? Ask for an extension and see what they say. Sometimes profs will be like, okay, how long do you need? And then you just tell them, hey, can I have a week? Sometimes they'll be like, you can have an extension for 3 days. Well, then you were never getting a week anyways. But always ask. Rachel, what's up? Thanks for coming. How's it going, Rachel? I'm in my first year too. Switched to biomedical sciences. Just seen my maths content. Bro, Nightshade, are you fucking crazy? That sounds like hell. Shit crazy though. I'm getting my driver's license and everything and I'm still a youngin'. Well, I hope you fucking pass your driver's license. I'm good. How are you guys? I'm good. I'm good. I've been on a fucking Oh, one more thing about school. Use the amenities, okay? I mean, especially if you live in the States. If your school gives you fucking insurance, like dental, health insurance, or whatever, use that shit. Use every free thing that you can get from that school, right? Because now I don't have well, I do have insurance now because I'm back in school, but I didn't have insurance for a year, right? If your school, like at my university, I could go get physiotherapy for free. Or there was like a one-time cost for like the initial like session. And then you could have as many sessions booked as you want for completely free. Use that shit because once you get out of it, I was getting free sessions. I had to continue going, and I was lucky to get this shit covered through my soccer at the time. But the sessions went from $0 to $90 for for a 30-minute session. So it's so important that you use that shit. Thank you for that. Thankfully, most of my teachers at my local community college have been super laid back. Anatomy is definitely my biggest struggle. I studied for like 4 hours a day for that class. Yeah, see, I don't know how to deal with like anatomy and that shit. Like I was very much in the humanities and social sciences route, so I don't know how to study for that kind of course or that kind of stuff. But the most important thing you can do while in school is have a proper schedule and try your best to stick to that. Have a good sleep schedule, but then on the weekends, if you don't have like an exam that week, you're not in midterm seasons or exam seasons, you don't have like crazy assignments to go out, meet new people, have fun. You know what I mean? Don't be those people that like looks back at their time at university, which I do in part, right? So don't be like me, where you feel like, oh shit, I didn't do enough. You'll always feel like you didn't do enough, but I should have done more. You know what I mean? Like I know I should have. Jay, are you still in Canada? Dude, I'm still in my grandma's basement. What the fuck? I'm going to an anatomy dissection class on Friday. Ooh, what are you dissecting? I'm making meatballs right now. That's cultural appropriation. Well, technically, I won't say that's cultural appropriation, but if you put any fucking tomato sauce on those meatballs, Rachel, I think we're gonna have a fucking problem. I don't think you asked my people if you were allowed to do that. Okay? Um, yeah, I've been on like a health. I've been like tracking my macros since January, but fucking give me some credit. I've been tracking my macros. I've been doing fitness and working out every day. No sauce, but I am using Italian seasoning. How fucking dare you? Who do you think you are, Rachel? Rachel Sondergeld. Rachel Sondergeld? That's a white ass name. Okay? There's no vowel at the end. There's no your last name does not end with a vowel. If your last name does not end with a vowel, you cannot use Italian seasoning. By law. I love using my school email for a bunch of freebies online. Yeah, I always try to make ample amount of time with my friends and girlfriend. I'm carrying Mac. I'm career maxing at the moment. I'm majoring in radiology. Oh, that's actually so smart. Because that's such a specific thing that once you get that job, you're good. You know what I mean? That's really awesome, Nightshade. I know the standard anatomy and physiology doesn't have too much dissection. Non-human parts, but inhuman packaging. It looks so gross, but so cool at the same time. You're fucking gross. You're dark, dude. Nightshade's dark. I could never do that. I had to skip the day in high school where you dissected a. I can't even remember. I didn't go. It was like a frog or a pig, and I just didn't go. I was like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't fucking like science. There's no way I'm going to that. But yeah, what was I saying? I've been running like I've been doing like some sort of fitness every. I'm going to the gym 3 times a week because I've tried doing consistently like 4 or 5 times a week in the gym, like for lifting weights, and I just can't keep. I just can't do it. So I've been going to the gym for weight training 3 times a week, but then I've been running in the mornings or doing some sort of cardio. Also at the gym on the treadmill. So I go like morning and night, three days a week, morning and night, and then the other days. So yesterday I went morning and night. Today I just went in the morning to do a run, and I was like, I ran a 5K on the treadmill. You're not gonna anyone who know I ran a 5K on the treadmill in 21 minutes and 37 seconds. That's the fastest I have ran since I was in high school. I am so proud of myself. I mean, I was fucking dying after, and it's easier on the treadmill, but still, I was really proud of myself. I did not think I had that in me. Are you training for anything? So I do. I've said this so many times, but I've had the Toronto Waterfront Marathon tab open on my computer, ready to register for the last week and a half, and I haven't done it because I'm scared. But my friend's girlfriend did it, and now my friend bought a bib for his girlfriend for like the holiday season or whatever because she really wanted to do it, and it's like $200. Um, but now she's saying that he has to do it with her because he has to train with her. So now he might do it. So now I might like I'm just kind of like, well, if he does it, I have to do it because I'm not getting bitched out by I'm not having my friend be more physically fit than I am. So, who knows? But I do want to I want to be consistently fit this year. I've been trying to play soccer once a week. Um, Gym, running, get fucking D's, you know? What else did I? That's really good. Yeah, not to brag. We're 21 minutes. Sub 22, do it. Don't be scared of rejection or failure because it could be the best thing that happened to you. Yeah, I just want to train for it. Like I don't training for it's just gonna be a pain in the ass, but it is in October, so I would have like the whole summer to train as well. So I probably will end up doing it. This is the year. This is fuck it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Fuck it. We'll see. We'll see if I do it. We'll see. I don't know. Oh shit. Probably also not this weekend, but next weekend I'm going with some buddies. We're going winter camping up in Algonquin, which is like 3 hours from Toronto, up in the north. It's a provincial park, and apparently it's going to be like -17 that weekend. So for you Americans, what is -17? Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion. Okay. -17 degrees would be 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit for you American nerds. So that would be cool. That would be cool, I guess. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll make some content from like some running content or something like that. Again, for the people that weren't here, I am almost done editing my Peru vlog. The only reason why I haven't finished it is because it's gotten to the point now where the like my piece, like the video is so long, it's like an hour and 15 minutes. I've been trying to cut it down to under an hour, but I put so much in that my Premiere Pro literally crashes every 5 minutes. And it's just so annoying. Like my PC's so shit that it's just like it's such a hassle to get through that I just put it off for like a week because I was like, I literally am going to rip my hair out trying to fucking edit this thing. But it's fun. I actually made a like because I promised my friend I would again. My friend and I went to Peru in 2024, in October of 2024. And I still have not finished editing this footage. So I promised him back in like October of this year or of last year that I would edit it by New Year's or by Christmas. And then it was Christmas and I was like, I'm going to get it done by New Year's. And then on New Year's Day, I was like, or the day before, I was like, hey, I'm not going to get this full video done, but I have an edit done of just the Inca Trail, like the 4-day hike that we did, which is like, it's like 30 minutes. And I edited it and I posted on YouTube, but I privated it because I just wanted him to have it because it's not the final version. But it's bad. I suck at vlogging. It's so bad. That GoPro microphone really picks up good audio of me just huffing and puffing, but it's fun. It's fun to like watch back like what you did, and it's so beautiful there and shit. Make sure you have appropriate. Yeah, I gotta go to Mountain Equipment Co. I don't know if you guys don't have Mountain Equipment Co-op in the States, do you? I don't know. I gotta go to Mountain Equipment Co-op and buy a bunch of shit for it, but I remember when you went away for that. Where's my vlog? Hold on a sec. Hold on. Oh no, this wasn't. Hold on. This is not the right channel. I put it on a different channel. It's been averaging in the 70s all winter down in the south. Is that how cold is that? I mean, here in Toronto, it's been warm. It was like 8 degrees the other day. All the snow is melted. We go from snowstorms to like all snow being melted in like 3 or 4 days. It's fucking weird. Okay. Hold on. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Where's my... Oh, who's that guy? Who's that good looking guy? Whoa. Oh, shit. That'd be 21 degrees Celsius? The fuck? That's warm. That's a summer's day. It was -8 last week in England, or the week before. It was so cool. -8 is child's play. Usually, like, I mean, by February, it should be, like, usually it's like, you can have, like, multiple weeks where it gets, like, -8 is the average here in Toronto, even. Like, minus 20 is probably as like cold as it gets, but like if you live in like Edmonton in Canada, which is pretty far north, like when I flew, when I was flying back from Mexico with my girlfriend in January a couple of years ago, we flew to Edmonton, and when we got there, it was minus 40 degrees.
It's crazy how much the environment changed.
Whoa! Look at those mountains. Whoa! Oh wait, no, this is what I have to show you. Oh wait, no, I don't have it.
Canopies, a lot of trees.
Wait, hold on. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Who's that guy? No way! What's that? Is that Machu Picchu? Couldn't be. That's gorgeous. Yeah, this place was insane. This hike is insane. Let me try to like let me try to I don't want to show too look. Woohoo!
I've never seen anything like that before.
Most of it is just this now. I can't lie. Most of it is the GoPro. If this is the GoPro, it's just like it's just here. It's just my fucking big ass face covering the whole thing. Hold on, where was the other?
That's it.
Okay, that was a hard day. Ignore my heavy breathing. Anyways, let's go back. You will see the full thing. This is just the hike. We went to the sand dunes. We were in fucking Arrakis like 2 days before this, okay? And then we were in the jungle. Now that jungle footage, honestly, it's just me fucking absolutely hating the jungle. It looks like found footage. It is me in the dark, like crying because there are snakes and spiders and big ass bugs everywhere. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's Peru. You guys should go. Peru's sick. But yeah, okay. So for that, I am gonna start working on that footage this weekend. I'm gonna start working on that video again this weekend. Hopefully, I don't know, fucking magically my PC isn't like super fucked and I can get through, or I'll have enough patience to be able to get through editing the rest of it, and then I can post. Hopefully, the video can get posted within the next week or two. The video will be posted before the end of January. It's just when. Did you eat any snakes or bugs in the cave? The cave? What the fuck? Did I eat any bug? No, I didn't eat bugs, but I ate piranha, alpaca, and guinea pig. But no, I didn't eat bugs. I got stung by a wasp this big, and I almost started crying. Shut the fuck up, Nightshade. You're going to Switzerland? Holy shit. I want to go to Switzerland so bad. I want to go hike the Alps around there. I honestly think it might just be the most beautiful country of all time. From what I have seen. Did you eat the wasp that stung you? No, he alphaed me, dude. I was the beta. There was a swarm of them this big, and I walked right into them. Okay, maybe they were like this big, but that's still big. And I walked right into them. This is huge. This is perfectly average, just so you. Anyways, and one of them got me good. And then I started freaking out because I didn't have the like yellow fever vaccine. And I started freaking out, being like, "Can I get yellow fever from that?" And my guide was like, so fucking fed up with me. He's like, "No, you're fine." Yeah, like hiking. I want to hike up Mount Fuji. That's definitely something I want to do as well. I mean, going to Japan is like, that would be amazing, but it's not really in the budget right now for me. But going to Japan would be so sick. I have a friend who's gone to Japan like 3 times in the last 3 years. I think he's going again this year. Fucking nerd. This guy's such a weeb. And they have mountain trails there. Oh, the snowboarding down the mountain trails. Oh, that's so sick. When are you going? When is your 21st birthday? Forgive me, I have forgotten. We should all have a group meetup in Japan. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. I love I've never been snowboarding. I have gone skiing a few times, but I haven't gone skiing in since before COVID. It's been a while. I feel like it's one of those things though that you don't really like forget how to do, kind of like riding a bike. Because I know I would go skiing and then I wouldn't go for like 3 years, and then I'd go back and ski again, and it took me like an hour to like get the hang of it, and I was perfectly fine. I wasn't doing like triple black diamonds or anything, not even a single black diamond. Okay, but like any normal hill I could go down is not a problem. It's like I know if I haven't gone skating since I was like 14. But I know if I tossed on a pair of skates, I'd be perfectly fine because I played hockey like for 14 years of my life. All I know is I'm getting on a plane to Switzerland. Here. There's this travel YouTuber called Carl Watson. And he's actually friends with my friend who went on my friend who went on the Peru trip with me, my best friend Jason. He actually went on a trip with this guy, Carl Watson. He's like a travel vlogger. So they're friends. And the Carl Watson like 8 years ago did a video on Peru where he took the exact trip that we did pretty much. So that's kind of what inspired our trip. Well, what inspired sort of Jason to want to go. And then I kind of just tagged along. But this guy has a video on Switzerland. I mean, it's not in the winter, it's in the summer. But I mean, he's just like going through the Alps and shit. And
it's going to be with me for the first couple of days here. Then I'll continue on with my trek to climb the hike.
But you can really just see like how insane it is. And I'm sure there's a lot of cool like adventures that you could like do that you could find from this video.
I'm gonna freshen up, get settled.
So my friend Jason went on one. This guy started doing tours for Intrepid Travel. Like they would pay him to like come up with his own tour, and people could pay to go on the tour with him, and he would take them around. So my friend went on a tour in Slovenia. Did you go to Machu Picchu? Obviously, bro. The fuck? This guy doesn't know I've been to Machu Picchu? This guy didn't know I hiked 4 days to Machu Picchu? Hiked the ancient Incan trail to the ancient Incan ruins of Machu Picchu? Hell yeah, brother. You know how it is? I'm just fucking with you, dude. But yeah, I did. And again, I say it again. I have so much footage of me on that hike. I have about a minute of footage of me actually in Machu Picchu because the second we got there, I was like, I want to go. I don't want to be here. Like, it's just a bunch of like, I was so uninterested. I was so tired. I was like, just let's go back. Let's go home. I want to go to sleep. Please be respectful. No, fuck you. Excuse me. I was gonna say something, but now I don't remember. Anyways. Yeah. That's my story. What else? Oh, yes. Has anyone read the Mistborn trilogy? I've started reading books. I started reading fantasy books. And it's meant I've actually been reading. It's called Prada's Resort. When you finally go to Japan, you can stay with me. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to stay with some white sumo wrestler, dude. I want the authentic experience. I don't want to stay with some fucking weeb. Never heard of it? The Mistborn trilogy, the books by Brandon Sanderson. Okay, anyways, I've been reading every night before I go to bed, which is the first time I've ever done that ever in my life. I think I have read 3 books. I think I've read no, I'll say 5 in the last 5 years. I think I've read 5 books until now. Now I'm 30 pages to being finished a 600-page book that I started in January. That I started like this year. Never heard of that book series either. I need to be getting back into reading. It's amazing. It is like I always thought, oh, I'm not gonna read fucking fantasy, or like, oh, you know how all these like self-help fuckers are like, oh, you gotta read like books that are gonna make you fucking learn about shit and improve your fucking self-worth or whatever, any of that bullshit. And I just hated it. I like didn't give a shit about any of that stuff. And I read Mistborn because I just saw it on a TikTok how it was like great, the best way to get into fantasy, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it. And I read the first half of the book when I was in not the first half. I read the first like 200 pages when I was in PEI over the summer. And then school started and I didn't read anything. I just stopped at the first like 150 pages, 200 pages. And then I had a month off over the winter break, and I decided I was going to get back into reading. And I started getting into the book, and it was fucking incredible. It was incredible. It was so good. I got my girlfriend to buy me the other 2 books in the trilogy for Christmas. And so now I'm 30 pages away from finishing the second book. And I'm gonna I want to finish the 3rd book before the month ends, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But this is the most I have, like, I read a lot for school, which probably is why I always feel it's like too burnt out to read normally. But I also just never enjoyed reading normally. I never enjoyed reading books. And now I'm like in love. Like I just can't, like every night I get giddy just getting ready to go open my book right before bed. Still in school? You look a bit old. Who the fuck is Thomas, bro? It's called grad school. It's for the old heads. It's for the true fucking academics. It's for the true leaders in society. All right? Any person you know who's done something with the life, who's changed the world, went to grad school, motherfucker. You ever heard of Albert Einstein? Well, you're looking at the fucking the social sciences and humanities version of that right now. What is it about? Okay, so I'm not good at describing things. The description that got me interested in it, it was like, imagine if like Sauron from Lord of the Rings won and then ruled over his empire for 1,000 years, and then the story starts. So there's this like Lord Ruler who has basically control over the entire world, right, or entire planet, and he's just like an all-powerful being. It has a hard magic system called allomancy, which is metals based. So depending on certain people have special powers where they can ingest small amounts of metal, and then depending on which metal is in you, you can use that to have different like fucking powers or whatever. But it's so fucking good. So someone turned fan fiction into an actual book, into a fucking universe. First of all, Brandon Sanderson, he has another, like, Mistborn is like one of the most popular fantasy books, like, series ever. I've come to find out through doing a lot of research on which books I should read. But he also has another fantasy series called the Stormlight Archives, which is like widely regarded as like the second best fantasy series ever, behind like the Lord of the Rings. And so those are 2 standalone series. However, he has created an entire universe called the Cosmere, in which all of his books, which there are like 20, because he has all these novellas and short stories and then standalone books as well, all take place within this universe. And I've been told, as you begin to get into the universe more and read more, you start to see that these worlds are all interconnected. And there's like reoccurring characters and themes and magics and stuff like that. Now, I'm only on the first 3 books of the entire Cosmere, so I have not gotten into any of that stuff yet. But I'm so excited to find that shit out because that's insane, right? Where you're reading this like what you think is sort of like a standalone trilogy, and it turns out it's actually in a wider universe with 20 extra books that are loosely connected and have secrets, and it's only like halfway done. He still has another 20 years that he plans on writing Into the Cosmere. Never heard of it? Can't be that popular. Oh, it's fucking popular. I think he's sold like I think he's sold like 50 million copies of books or something like that. Like millions and millions of books. So they are interconnected like Stephen King books. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how his books are interconnected. I've never read a Stephen King book before. But anyways, I'm finishing the second book. It is so good. You guys should check it out. You guys should read it because it's incredible. It's super easy to understand. It's the magic system super easy to get, and the story is so good. It is so fucking good. So I've been thinking about that actually because I love like murder mysteries and stuff like that. I love murder mysteries. So I've been thinking about doing stuff like there's even like fantasy genre. There's like a fantasy genre that is like a Sherlock Holmes genre, but just within the fantasy, but it's a fantasy book or something like that. There's magic and stuff like that. But I do love a good fucking murder mystery. That's why I was so disappointed in the new Knives Out movie that's on Netflix because I thought it sucked. Everyone was saying it's actually good, and I thought it sucked. I was so disappointed because it's probably my favorite genre. Like Prisoners is one of my favorite movies of all time. Even Knives Out. Knives Out is an incredible movie. Wait, really? Like the gunslinger character and like that kind of shit? People have said that that's also like one of the best fantasy series, the Dark Tower series. His Dark Materials got me in his Dark Sorry, what are you talking about? His Dark Materials got me into fantasy. There's even a TV series on it too that released a few years ago. Sorry, Nightshade, who are you talking about? Oh, Stephen King. Are you talking about Stephen King? Almost all of Stephen King. The new Knives Out was anti-Christian garbage. Yo, Thomas, who the fuck are you? Absolute goy slop. Nah, dude, that was the best part. That was the best part. And I was so mad that the priest had to be a fucking priest at the end, you know what I mean? I just wanted him to be like, nah, God does not forgive you, you fucking old bitch. But no. Was that the one that had the game on Netflix? What? I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean the rapper The Game? The hip-hop artist The Game? His Dark Materials is a trilogy fantasy series by Philip Pullman. I'd recommend it. Oh. I do think the next book the next series I'm going to read is Red Rising, which is more sci-fi I've heard, but apparently it's like I haven't seen a single person review the book and say they didn't like it. So I'm just going to be like, okay, well, I'll probably fucking read it then. I am waiting for my wife to pick me up from Mahjong Club. I like watching YouTube live streams and learning about the youth. The youth! See, guys, I'm still young. I'm not an unk yet. While waiting on his missus. No Knives Out. I think there was a slight delay. Okay. No, Knives Out was sick. But, I watched this other TV series that really also pissed me off. It was called His and Hers, starring John Barenthal, or whatever the fuck his name is. He was the Punisher. It's another, like, murder mystery series. It's on Netflix as well. Netflix is producing just pure fucking slop these days. Pure fucking slop. That show sucked ass. My girlfriend liked it. I was fucking pissed because it was a direct copy. I haven't heard you make an anti-Jewish remark yet. This is better than most live streams I've seen, buddy. Give it some time. No, I'm kidding. I would not make anti-Jewish remarks. Now, to be very clear, Thomas, we're gonna get political for a second here, okay? If I say that I support the people of Gaza and I think what's happening in Gaza is a genocide, do you think that's an anti-Jewish remark? Because if that's the case, I think you're wrong, but I do believe those things. But at the same time, do I have a problem with Jewish people? No, my girlfriend's Jewish. So that is not anti-Jewish. That is pro-Gaza. Okay, no, because some people would say that that's anti-Jewish or something. I don't fucking know. I'm 50% sure Thomas Sullivan is someone I know IRL that's trolling, but I don't know who. Okay, let's get off the political for a second. Yeah, so this fucking... Has anyone seen the show? It's an Apple TV show called Presumed Innocent or Presumed Innocence. I like to think I have a good head on my shoulders. Everyone deserves a right to life and happiness. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. Okay, hold up. We're getting political again. Guys, I have to tell you this story. I have to tell you this. This was the weirdest shit and probably most on-brand shit I've ever experienced in my life. I'm getting Jerry flashbacks. No, Jerry doesn't know how to spell. Jerry doesn't know how to... Jerry doesn't know English like that. Jerry lives in New York now. He goes to NYU. We can dox his ass. He doesn't have time for me anymore. I went into class the other day, and there was a guy. I pay for Apple TV solely for watching Yo Gabba Gabba while I sleep. I have no idea what that is. Anyways, the whole point of this His and Hers Netflix show is that it basically directly copied the premise of a presumed of the Apple TV show starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Presumed Innocence, which is a really good show. It basically copied that entire premise, but the twist at the end was like 97% more dog shit than the great twist at the end of Presumed Innocence. So I was just pissed the whole time because I just kept going like, this is just Presumed Innocence, but shittier. Netflix just wanted a fucking Jake Gyllenhaal show, but shittier. And then they cast John Barenthal in it. No more stealing his lunch? Fuck Jerry, dude. Jerry's just always in school. He just maxed out his time at U of T. So he had to go find somewhere else to go to school because they would refuse to let him go anymore. We're cracking down on Jerry's in our schools here. Okay, so I was in my class, right? I walk into class. There's one guy who's... I got to my class like 15 minutes early because it's first day. You just want to get there early, make sure you're in the right room and everything, right? There's one guy sitting in the room already. I walk in. I look at him. This man is at least 50. At least 50, which honestly isn't that rare, especially in a graduate program. You do have like older students who come back after like having their careers or whatever. But he looks at me and asks if I'm the prof. He's like, I walk in, he's like, are you the prof? I was like, no. What? Come on, dude. I was going to ask you if you were the prof. You're fucking 50. Anyways, so I sit down. I don't recognize him, right? Because I know everyone who's in my program. There's only 20, 25 people in my program. We all have we're all in one class together. So I know I don't know everyone by name, but I know at least what everyone looks like. I once went to NU in the 90s to visit a friend. Okay, what the fuck is this, bro? There's no one who was old enough to visit a friend in the 90s in fucking at NYU who's watching my stream right now, okay? The biggest boomer in here is Rachel. There's enough with this nonsense, Thomas F. Sullivan. You're lying. This is a cover. When are you gonna ask me if I've been to a tavern, Thomas? It's Tavern Guy. I know. Anyways, I know everyone who's in my program, so I asked him, are you in the PhD program? Because in all of my classes, or most of my classes, except for the one where all the master students are in together, we have master students and PhDs in the same classes. They take the same classes as us. He says, no, I'm in the master's at political science. And I was like, oh, were you here last semester? He was like, no, I'm just starting this semester. In my head, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck that's possible. He's like, yeah, I started my degree 30 years ago, but then dropped out, went to law school instead. And then I was a lawyer for like the last 25 years or something like that. And then now he's deciding to go back to school. And he said he wanted to do his MRP. And this is where shit got crazy, right? Because he said he wanted to come back and write his MRP, which stands for major research paper, which every master student pretty much has to do. It's like a 50-page paper that you take the summer to write. Sort of like a shorter version of a thesis. Thesis paper. Anyway, so I asked him, oh, okay, so what's your MRP topic, right? And he's like, well, I really want to study like social media algorithms and like how they're being used to promote like anti-Semitism. Like, you just go on Twitter nowadays or Instagram and it's just all like hate Jews, hate Jews, hate Jews. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's cool, man, that's cool. And then this is where shit went off the rails. He starts going like, yeah, because like I really think that, reminder, this is like a 50-year-old man who apparently is a fucking lawyer, right? He goes, yeah, I actually think, like, all these like tech CEOs and stuff like that, they're actually pretending to be right wing, but they're all secretly left wing because the left are the anti-Semites. And, it's just Gaza. Oh, we love Gaza. We love. I'm like, bro, what the I don't even know your name. And he's just starting going in. First of all, he just called Elon Musk a left winger. What the fuck? Right? And then how to craft Minecraft. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma or marry his identical twin because his testicles are in pretty good shape? Well, is there not a triplet? If there's a third one, I think you should marry the third. Anyways, so he starts going off, and then he starts going like, oh, like he starts going into this whole rant about how Palestinian, like everyone, all these, all the kids in school right now, all you university kids, all you guys ever care about is Gaza, Gaza, Gaza. But no one cares about like the Palestinians during the Intifada were bombing the shit out of buses in Israel and killing all these Israelis and Palestinians just bombing them and shit like that. I was like, what the bro? And at this time, a fucking girl walks into class and hears him going off, thinking him and I are just having a conversation about how Palestinians are all fucking terrorists or some shit like that. Like, and then he and she's like, look, she goes, oh, interesting conversation. I have to give her a look like, hey, no, I'm not a part of this, right? And then he starts going off about how Gaza is, or how like all students care about, or all young people care about is Gaza, but like no one cares about other conflicts in the world, and that it's all manufactured for you to care about Gaza because like that's what because it's all anti-Semitism. Like you don't care about what's happening in the Congo or in Yemen or any of that other shit, right? Mind you, we are literally in a class titled Conflict Intervention and Peace Building that is literally about international civil war, like civil wars, right? The prof specializes in African civil wars. So I literally was like, well, because I didn't want this girl to think that I'm like some pro, like, that I'm some just like racist against like Palestinians or something, all right? So I was like, well, like, you're in a class where I'm assuming all of the other students are going to be like in support of Gaza, but we're literally in a class to learn about other international conflicts, right? Like this completely disproves your argument. Right? And he's like, well, I guess that's true, but like, I'm not gonna be able to like really say the truth here because like, everyone's just too like, everyone gets too triggered and they're just gonna cry and stuff like that when I talk. This is a 50-year-old man saying this shit to me, right? This is a man who was bragging about that he has 2 kids that go to NYU or some shit. This is the most fox shit I've ever heard in my life. And then he starts going into a rant just from that, right? Like I didn't say anything else. Just immediately starts going into a rant how my generation is the most screwed because all we were taught in school was like to be gay. That the schools just taught us to like be gay and to like support LGBTQ and that boys be girls and girls are boys and shit like that. And I'm sitting there going, dog, I just asked you what your research topic was. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Also, mind you, and I told him this, It was just the most insane Fox News ass, like, how the fuck do these people exist in Canada shit I've ever heard. And I just have to stress this enough. I literally had to. I told them this. I'm like, you go. The school that we are at right now is not just like your typical left university, like your university or whatever. I was like, you do know we are in like the most left leaning school in the country. I would say in the political science department, it is extreme. It is the most left department, political science department in the country out of all the universities in the country, right? Like I would say 70% of the profs like would consider themselves Marxists. Why the fuck are you here? And he was like, well, they're all the same or stuff like that. I'm like, no, dude, this is like known to be a left leaning school. Like you're not gonna get a fucking supervisor in your dumb dipshit topic. Anyways, turns out this guy, my friend had a class with him, and in the other class, he started going on a rant in the middle of the class when he was supposed to introduce himself about how he was like his daughter like hates him or something. His daughter's in university and she's like a lib and she hates him and he was too hard on her. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? How are you a lawyer? It was crazy. It was like I don't know how these people exist. I don't know how this guy is going to survive in specifically in this department. I don't know how this guy's going to survive. He sounds fun. I did drop the class I was in with him, not because of him, but I had to drop one class, and that one just made the most sense. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to like time this guy out for a bit, cause what the fuck are we saying here, Tarot Destroyer? We're not doing that fucking Candace Owens shit here, okay? We're not doing the trans investigation shit. Yeah, and I'd say we don't have to get into all of that, but like my whole thing was like these people are so sure of themselves that it's like he was literally telling me how like universities are just a bunch of like Marxist indoctrination camps and how like all the professors don't know what they're talking about and we're just all being like propagandized like the students. And I'm like, well, why the fuck are you here? You literally had a 30-year career as a lawyer. Why are you here? You're just shitting on the entire institution of which you want to get your degree from? It doesn't make any sense, right? You've probably made a good amount of money. You could probably just retire. You're clearly not working as a lawyer right now because you're in school. What are you doing? You know? My theory is because he also said that he tried to be a politician like a long time ago. He ran for office as a member of parliament, but he didn't win. So my theory is that he's trying to use this to garner media attention when he inevitably fails a course. I mean, I have another friend with him who's in a different course. He's literally in a course on hegemony and imperialism, but he doesn't believe that America has done imperialism before. He doesn't believe in like American hegemony. Like that's sort of like that exists as a policy, right? So he's gonna fail that course for sure. Apparently the prof already hates him. So I think he's doing that to start like media attention, being like, well, they're fucking suppressing conservative voices, like that bitch from Alabama University or whatever the fuck did when she like wrote a whole paper and didn't cite a single source and failed. America is the best country to ever exist in the world. I'm sorry, have you heard of the Roman fucking Empire, dude? Yo, the Roman Empire mogs America any day of the week, dude. Sorry. Red flag as a lawyer, to be fair, if you take that situation into consideration. Facts. If he actually cared about those opinions, he wouldn't be paying tuition for grad school. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the tuition is cheap. This is the cheapest. I cannot believe how inexpensive it is to go to grad school. I was paying more for undergrad than I am for this. And this is a full year, not just 8 months. Like undergrad is 8 months. This is a full year program, 12 months or 11 months, I guess. And I'm paying considerably less. I'm like, not gonna lie, Canada is pretty goated. We're really not. I can't lie. How much is it over there? My tuition for a 12-month program, essentially, is like, now this is really cheap. I don't know. I think they have it this cheap because the program itself like accepts a lot more students. Like we have 25 25 to 30 students in our program. Most graduate programs, master's programs would have like 8. But it's like 5,200 or something like that for the whole year. Which my undergraduate tuition was 8,000. And most master's programs, it's like 15,000. But the school I go to, it's it's less than 5,500. And we get a funding. It's also one of the few schools that actually offers a funding package. So it's all covered. Like I get money, like the school pays me, right? So I get all the tuition covered and then I get money on top of that as well. Minus 7K per year, but that's 7,000 pounds a year, right? That's way more expensive. That's like 14 grand Canadian. Maybe a little bit less, but that's crazy. Well, school in Canada is just way cheaper. We don't have private schools, right? In the US, everything is so much more. No, I know. I mean, it would be like the equivalent of going to a state school. Like I did my undergrad at University of Toronto. That's like, it's a public school. There's 80,000 students. But in terms of its like pedigree, like it is the top school in the country. It's like Ivy League like level, except for it's not a private school. So it doesn't cost 100 fucking K a year to go. It costs the degree, like the degree I got, it cost 8,000 a year. If you went into the business school, which is more elite, I guess, like more competitive, I think it's like 15 to 20, but still. Canada is a disgusting communist country. You're right. Can't argue with that, I guess. Oh, my whole degree is 10K. That's not bad. How much is it per credit hour? I don't know. I don't know what the cost per course is. That's not. I mean, I have no idea. I'll probably end up finding out because I do think I'm gonna have to take another semester to finish one extra course because I'm slow. But the important thing is you get good grades. If you have to go an extra year and money isn't like you're able to afford it, take the extra year if it means you can get better grades. That's my philosophy. I took an extra year for my undergrad, maybe an extra year and a half. But I graduated with high distinction. I graduated with an A average. So that's what's important. That's another advice for you, Fatal. How does Canadian healthcare work? I've heard people say if you have the flu or something, you have to wait months to see a doctor. Yeah, that's just a fucking lie. Like the other day, I had a cough like a month ago. When I was on my like late November, I had a really bad cough. So I called my doctor. I called my doctor's office. I said, I'm having this really bad cough. I had an appointment at 3 p.m. that day. And you know how much I paid for that? $0 fucking dollars. You know what insurance I had? No fucking private insurance. The state does that shit for you. I had appendicitis in 2020. April 2020. The height of COVID. Everything shut down. I went to my doctor's office. I called my doctor. I said, hey, I'm having the most insane stomach pains ever. I couldn't even drive. My mom had to drive me down to the doctor's office. She checked me out. She's like, your appendix is about to rupture. Go to the hospital. I went to the hospital. Now, at the hospitals are pretty full. Like, you have to wait a while to get a bed, but not weeks. I waited like 4 or 5 hours, man. So maybe like 6 hours in like the emergency area. You know what I mean? So you still have a bed. You're just not in like a room by yourself, but you're in a bed still, right? That night, I had my own room. Then I had to stay another night because they had to do a surgery to take my appendix. They had to remove my appendix. So I had to spend another night there. So I spent 2 nights in the hospital. Paid fuck all. $0. Walked out the next day. How much is the Carney administration paying you to spread propaganda? Buddy, Carney couldn't pay me shit, dude. This is out of pure love, dude. This is out of pure purpose. This is out of pure love. Fuck Carney, bro. Carney can suck my left. Why can't America do that? You guys can. It's that easy. It's not hard to do. You just have people that profit off of not having that, and they give money. So they make billions of dollars, then they give millions of those dollars to politicians to not do what Canada has. It's that simple. Did you see Carney built a Lego set? You're a fucking bitch, Andy. You're a bitch, Andy. Why do you have so many fake accounts? You gotta stop doing this, bro. I just want the real Andy here, bro. I don't want to talk to some random fucking loser. I just want Andy. And just get the tavern question over with, and then get back on your Andy account and get over here, okay? Emergency waiting times in hospitals right now in England are like 12 to 16 hours. Yeah, because you're a shitty ass fucking government. You had fucking 15 years of the fucking Tories, and now you have fucking Keir Dick Starmer, right? They have just routinely defunded the NHS. No shit. When you like stop pouring money into things that's supposed to fucking provide you healthcare, yeah, you're gonna have shit returns. It's because they're fucking losers. Because they want what America has. They want you to just go bankrupt if you get sick. That's why you gotta vote for the Greens. You gotta vote for fucking Zach Polanski. It's getting bad here in Ontario. So healthcare in Canada is not done by the federally. It's done by the provinces. So it'd be like the equivalent of your state running healthcare, right? And we have a dipshit as our premier, Doug Ford, who fucking is just a conservative dipshit who fucking hates universal healthcare. And so he has just not been funding it adequately. He spent more money providing subsidies for our Norwegian fucking luxury spa company to build a massive spa in downtown Toronto where the most amazing fucking provincial fucking park existed. I don't know if it was it was like municipal land, but it was like it was just the best. It was there used to be like this massive water park there and these rides. It was just the best place to go as a kid. And now they've torn it all down and they're building a fucking spa. And he spent more money subsidizing that spa than he did on healthcare 2 years ago. Than he did on our healthcare. Anytime I talk to a conservative, I just feel bad about my liberal beliefs. Dude, every time you talk to a conservative, you should just be riled up in anger about how fucking stupid they are. And these are the people running your country. These are the people running my country too. Like, did you see that interview? You know that Nick Shirley fucker? The guy who did the interview about the Somali the video about the Somali daycares? I don't know how we got so political all of a sudden. Go watch this video right now. So Nick Shirley, he is like almost single-handedly responsible for that woman getting, well, okay. I'm not going to say that. I would say ICE is also fucking responsible. I would say the Trump regime is also responsible. But he is the result of why ICE is like, their presence in Minneapolis is so fucking crazy right now. Because of the bullshit Somali fucking daycare scams or whatever, right? Go watch this interview that was posted yesterday on Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. And tell me this guy is not, Nick Shirley is not the stupidest motherfucker you have ever seen in your life. This man is illiterate. I was watching Hassan talk about it, and he's absolutely right that it actually feels bad talking about how fucking stupid this guy is, because I genuinely think he has some sort of like mental deficiency. Like, he's not just like a dumbass normal guy. Like, he's like, you know, he's in the special classroom sort of dumbass. So... oh my god. I don't know much about it though. It's a lie. It's just a fucking lie. Like, literally in the interview, it just completely dispels. He went to some fucking daycare, right? In his video. Whose operating hours for the daycare were from 10 p.m. to from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Excuse me. He said he went to the daycare at 11:30, demanding that they show him kids, and then made this whole video about how there was no kids at the daycare. He went there like 2 hours before they're like 2.5 hours before they're opening, crying because he didn't see any fucking kids there, and then act like there was some sort of fucking fraud happening. Like, no shit. Shirley is a piece of shit, but I wouldn't say he bears much responsibility for ISIS presence in Minneapolis. Things have been eating up between Trump and Waltz for a while. Well, I mean, literally, they deployed ICE within days of his video coming out. I don't think that's just a coincidence. I think that's intentional. And his video on Twitter had like 100 million views. And I just tell you, go watch this video. Guys, this kid he's not just like dumb, like, you know, Candace Owens is dumb, but she's like actually like, she's not like Candace Owens says a lot of dumb shit, but she's all there, you know what I mean? Like she's articulate. Listen to this guy speak and you're going to go, oh, he doesn't know how to read. Like, two things can be true at once. Yeah, but the thing is like, did he prove any fraud? Like, I'm not saying there isn't some existence of fraud, but is him saying fraud is existing because I went to this daycare with cameramen and security guards who had fucking shiesties on and cameras and demanded they showed me kids 2.5 hours before they even opened, and because they didn't show me kids, it's proof of fraud. And he just kept doing that over and over and over again, right? Demanding to see children, going to daycares, demanding to see children with security guards and cameramen who looked like fucking ICE agents. And when he was denied, said this is proof of fraud. That was his proof. Are we fucking joking? And I mean, he's so stupid, right? Like he okay. I mean, just go watch the interview. I know it's long, but you just have to watch the first 5 minutes to realize this guy's fucking. This kid can't tie his own shoes. You know what I mean? Which is a joke Hassan said, but literally, if you look here, he doesn't have laces on his shoes. It's like they're the straps that you can just pull up the thing to tighten. Like his shoes don't have laces. He didn't prove the fraud, no, but there's more than enough external evidence to prove. No, I mean, like even Tim Walz has admitted that there's a lot of fraud happening. And I mean, I think it's like stupid to like act, oh, there's like all this daycare fraud happening. Like Elon Musk just like, you know, they're stealing from the US Treasury, right? Like the idea that this like daycare fraud is a big deal when the current government is stealing from the fucking US Treasury billions of dollars, right? When they're clearly doing market manipulation, and when like the biggest like a man who committed a $1.6 billion Medicaid fraud, right? The largest Medicaid fraud in history is a fucking US senator from Florida, right? The idea that these guys give any shit about fraud is ridiculous. Okay, Nightshade, take care. Thanks. I'll be back. I'll probably be back on Tuesday. I think I'm just going to do Tuesdays, and I want to start just fucking... I think I'm going to use streaming to try to get back into video games. I think, is what I want to do. Bro, every single presidential admin since Jackson has stolen from the U.S. Treasury. People only care about it when it's the party they don't like. No, this is so different. Are you kidding me? They're literally taking money out of the U.S. Treasury and investing it in Bitcoin. And investing into fucking meme coins and shit like that. Like, this is like objectively... They're literally selling the gold in the U.S. Treasury. Like, you can't do that. They're literally committing crimes with what they're doing. Like, they just don't care. Anyways, I do have to head out, but yeah, I will say. I wanted to get back into playing video games. I want to get back into just having fun playing video games. It's something that I feel like I've just like don't do anymore. Like I can't even remember the last time I played a video game, and I want to get back into it. And I want to do more story games because I'm loving this fantasy shit. I'm loving these fantasy books and shit like that. And I think I want to start doing stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, how is that any different than George W. Bush admin using federal funds and the war in Iraq to boost Cheney's oil companies? This isn't a new thing. Well, I mean, yeah, that's just like that's insider trading, you know, like that's like an example of insider trading, right? But like what I'm saying is like they literally have gold bars in the treasury that they're taking out and stealing. Like they're physically taking gold and stealing it. And then they're doing all the Cheney shit on fucking steroids, right? Like Trump made $1 billion off of a fucking scam meme coin, and he scammed his own fucking his own like followers on. Like the level of corruption is has hit like it didn't just hit new heights. It hit like astronomical, like uneven imaginable the amount of fraud that's taking place right now, right? I mean, Trump. I will clarify. I think it sucks no matter what. I'm always opposed. Don't get me wrong. Like fuck all these presidents. Yeah, they're all fucking absolutely. They're all fucking scammers and cheaters. Absolutely. Even Obama, scammer and fucking cheater. But and a thief. But the Trump admin, the guy literally said he is going to the money they make off the Venezuelan oil is going to go into an account that he controls. Like, what? Come on, dude. Like, that he himself controls. Not Congress, which is by law, Congress appropriates funds, right? No, those hundreds of billions of dollars are going to go into a personal account for him that he can control and decide where the money goes. Come on, dude. That's never been done before. Okay. Yeah, I want to use streaming to at least once a week start playing video games more and like just chill, you know what I mean? I just want to chill with the homies, you know what I mean? Just talk, have fun. Get fucking trolled by Andy's new account every fucking week. Look into US Treasury history, bro. There's shit that's way crazier than this. All right. Probably not going to do that, but I believe you. I trust me. I believe these fucking psychos are crazy, all of them. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now. But I think Tuesdays worked best for me for just maybe Thursdays. I don't know. I haven't decided fully yet, but once a week stream. No expectations, no pressure. Just chilling with the homies, having a good little convo, getting updates on everyone's lives, seeing how you guys are doing. You know, just being here for each other. Nice little community. Nothing too crazy. I think that's I would like that. I would like if that's were to happen. Anyways, I'm gonna head out now. I appreciate all you guys being here. You too, Rachel. Have a great night. Thank you always for coming. You, Andy. I'm not gonna thank you, Andy, until you just come as Andy. Okay, I don't need the fucking 17 fake accounts first. I just want Lego Builder. I just want fucking Master Builder Andy. You know what I mean? If that's even your real name. And anyone else who's here, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Peace. I'll be back soon. I hope. Bye.